Bishop.
Getting adopted tomorrow.
Oh my God. My sister's ex-boyfriend's name is Bishop. That's his nickname. He just got arrested for selling heroin.
Does he need a girlfriend? I'm available. Jenny.
I'm sorry to change the subject. It's just so ironic because she's another one that has a hard time with men. And so he was living in a certain area that moved to our area.
Really should be a lesbian then, okay? Because she's headed down.
So, she said, "Oh, his name's Bishop," and I'm like, "I'm not calling him Bishop. That's just strange." And my dad said, "You don't have to." My dad thought he. Oh, I love that Bishop. And so, I was just like, it's got to be a street name. And I Googled, I instant checkmate, and I found out his history that he had served time for the same thing. And I'm like, well, do we tell the family? My mom and dad. And we come from a small town, and I thought they found out. And then my dad's like, do we have to kiss his ring? Because, Bishop, But that's my story. I said, who cares? I told it.
All right. Well, listen, we've been on here a very long time, but I want to get some quick info out of Jenny. Jenny.
Yeah, sure.
Instagram, Comedy for Cats.
Yes.
Follow her. The name is Comedy for Cats. Also, where'd you get the name?
I'm obsessed with cats.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
And if you go to her Instagram, you will also see that. A lot of funny stuff.
A lot of cat stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just imagine because I was practicing my set during the pandemic, no shows. I have a microphone, the mic stand in my room, and I'm always ready. I gotta practice. I have to have it here. My cat would just sit on my bed and just stare at me, I'm how they have no expression in their fucking faces.
That cat don't think you're funny.
No, but I'm dying. I'm come on. And I'm I think that's some reaction out of this goddamn cat. Then I'm gonna kill on stage. So it's it keeps me motivated. I don't know. It's fucking stupid. I just
no, but it's funny. I was cracking up. So yes, you're Comedy for Cats, and do you have anything coming up?
I'm on a show tomorrow at Broadway Comedy Club.
Where at?
Broadway Comedy Club.
Oh, you are at the Broadway.
Yeah.
Okay. One more thing. I did want to talk to you really quick. Because about New York comedy. What is your all right? I'll ask you this one. If you've been doing how long you been doing comedy?
I started at the end of December 2019, which was weird time to start.
Yeah. So how did you? So you did do. I saw that you got the residency at Broadway Comedy Club, right? Is that something you tried out for, or what is that?
Yeah. So it's somebody recommended it to me. Those Gotham Comedy Club has new talent.
Right,
shows.
new talent show. Yep.
So I started doing that beginning of 2020. I did a couple of those shows. Somebody on the show told me about this industry room thing, and they were like, it's a bringer. You only have to bring one, I think one person, right? Is it one?
Oh, I don't know, but a lot of I've been noticing. But go ahead. It's a bringer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bringer, but it's not Gotham is fucking. You got to bring 20,000 people. So
I'm able to. When I travel, I'll try to get on one of the improvs because my goal is just to get my photo on the stages. And they're bringing, and I'm I'm here on vacation. I can't bring anybody, so I never even get on there.
I just really wanted
bringer means that in order to be on the show, you need to bring at least 5 people.
Okay.
Or a certain number.
Right. Yeah. For me, if they say I got to bring 4 to 5, which I haven't done any in the city yet, bringers. But for me, it's not a big deal because that's what I'm bringing anyway, because my daughter lives there and her friends and her boyfriend, and they all. Nice. So when I'm there to visit, of course, they want to come see me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, I don't know. But all right, I did see you say that it was worth it for you, right? So you brought them, you got on.
Yeah, I got on. I'm lucky too, because I have a lot of friends who oh, I want to see you, so
you save them up for, you say, and also what I found is I keep that group of friends, especially like in Rochester. I can bring I've been doing, comedy for a little bit now, but I keep them. I'm very selective of where I'll send them.
Like who you invite?
Well, no, because you don't want to be like, bring, and then they're sick of you. Like you use them when you really need them.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's true too. Yeah.
So you did the show and then they picked somebody from the show.
The industry room, it's like, you do 4 people, it's a showcase. They put like 20 people on, they pick a few from that group, and they give you a residency, which is like a bunch of shows at those 2 clubs, Broadway and Greenwich Village Comedy Club. They're sister clubs. So
okay.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. And I got to meet a lot of great comedians through it. I wasn't really getting up that often. So it was like kind of getting me out of the house. It was like April when I got it. So it's been good. So I think you'll kill, you should do it.
Yeah, but for me right now, when I'm coming down next week, I'm doing Brittany's, which you just did at the Tiny Cupboard.
Yeah.
On Friday. And then I'm actually going Sunday night to see Alyssa headline at the Stress Factory.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
I love Alyssa.
Yes, I'm going to see Alyssa. Yep. So she's only 35 minutes the other way. My daughter's in Yonkers, you know what I mean? So she's not that far. I Googled the Stress Factory because I'm like, all those New York comics are always there. And I'm like, no wonder. I see Connecticut. It's not. It's right there.
Literally right there.
Yeah, it's right there. So, and then I'm very excited about this show because I love Chanel Omari. And she was very kind. She did this podcast a while ago for me. She's a sweetheart and she's trying her, to do comedy, and she's been doing great. So she put me on a show the 19th at Chelsea Music Hall. And that's when I told all my friends to come. It's not a bringer, but for Chanel, and I'm going to do 10. I'm like, everybody come.
Hell yeah.
Chanel really wants to sell that room out. You know what I mean? It's a big deal for her, and it's for her podcast, Chanel in the City. And so it's Chanel's like, shout it out everywhere. August 19th, Chelsea Music Hall. She's got a lot of really great comics on there, and that should be a great time. Nice. And the 19th, it's in Chelsea, though. How far are you? You're in Queens.
I'm in Queens, but I'm in the city all the time. I mean,
remember, she'll travel 50 miles for a man. She better go for your show. Remember, I'm keeping track here.
Seriously, Melanie.
No, or the Tiny Cupboard is the Tiny Cupboard's not far from you, is it?
No.
What's closer?
What time is the show?
I don't know. You did it. What time? 8?
Yeah, it's like at 8:30.
Brittany's?
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be on Friday, or it'll be 8 in Chelsea.
I mean, I don't know why that makes a difference. What time it's I'll go.
I don't know, but I've got a friend that lives in Brooklyn, and she's like, "Oh, honestly, I'm gonna come see you in Chelsea because it's closer and easier."
Really?
Than the Tiny Cupboard. I'm like, all right. I don't know.
I'm like the worst New York where people are like, "How far in Central Park?" I don't fucking know.
I look at the map. I don't know either. I've learned that my daughter is on the west side. So anything on the west side is the easiest drive for me. I don't have to cross Manhattan. I just take that road all along the Hudson River, all the way down.
There you go.
Even to go to the cellar, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You turn right in there.
In the West Village.
Yeah. So you have been amazing.
I love it.
Thank
Jenn
you
Ro.
so much.
I love you guys. This was a lot of fun.
Love you, Jen. All right.